Matthew 27, verse 11. Now Jesus stood before the governor, and the governor asked him, "Are you the king of the Jews?" Jesus said, "You have said so." But when he was accused by the chief priests and elders, he gave no answer. Then Pilate said to him, "Do you not hear how many things they testify against you?" But he gave no answer, not even to a single charge. So that governor was greatly amazed. Now at the feast, the governor was accustomed to release for the crowd any one prisoner whom they wanted. And they had then a notorious prisoner called Barabbas. So when they had gathered, Pilate said to them, "Whom do you want me to release for you, Barabbas or Jesus, who is called the Christ?" For he knew that it was out of envy that they had delivered him up to him. Besides, while he was sitting on the seat of judgment, his wife sent word to him, saying, "Have nothing to do with this righteous man, for I have suffered much because of him today in a dream." Now, the chief priests and the elders persuaded the crowd to ask for Barabbas and destroy Jesus. The governor said to them, "Which of the two do you want me to release for you?" And they said, "Barabbas." Pilate said to them, "Then what shall I do with Jesus, who is called the Christ?" They all said, "Let him be crucified." And he said, "Why? What evil has he done?" But they shouted all the more, "Let him be crucified." So when Pilate saw he was gaining nothing, but rather that a riot was beginning, he took water, washed his hands before the crowd, saying, "I am innocent of this man's blood. See to it yourselves." And all the people answered, "His blood be on us and our children." Then he released for them Barabbas, and having scourged Jesus, delivered him to be crucified. Then the soldiers of the governor took Jesus into the governor's headquarters, and they gathered the whole battalion before him, and they stripped him and put a scarlet robe on him, and twisting together a crown of thorns, they put it on his head, and put a reed in his hand. Kneeling before them, they mocked him, saying, "Hail, King of the Jews!" And they spat on him, and they took the reed and struck him on the head. And when they had mocked him and stripped him of the robe and put his clothes on him, they led him away to be crucified. As they went out, they found a man named Cyrene, Simon by name. They compelled this man to carry his cross. And when he came to the place called Golgotha, which means place of the skull, they offered wine to drink mixed with gall. But when he tasted it, he would not drink it. When they had crucified him, they divided his garments among them by casting lots. They sat down and kept watch over him there. Over his head they put a charge against him, which read, "This is Jesus, King of the Jews." Then the two robbers were crucified with him, one on the right and one on the left. And those who passed by derided him, wagging their heads and saying, "You who would destroy the temple and rebuild it in 3 days, save yourself. If you are the Son of God, come down from the cross." So also the chief priests and the scribes and the elders mocked him, saying, "He saved others. He cannot save himself. He is the King of Israel. Let him come down now from the cross, and we will believe in him. He trusts in God. Let God deliver him now, if he desires him, for he said, 'I am the Son of God.'" And the robbers who were crucified with him also revealed him in the same way. Now from the 6th hour there was darkness all over the land, and from the 9th hour. And about the 9th hour Jesus cried out in a loud voice, saying, "Ali, Ali, lama sabachthani." That is, my God, why have you forsaken me?" Some of the bystanders hearing it said, "This man calling Elijah." And one of them at once ran and took a sponge, filled it with sour wine, and put it on a reed, and gave it to him to drink. But the other said, "Wait, let's see whether Elijah comes to save him." And Jesus cried out again in a loud voice, and yielded his spirit. And behold, the curtain of the temple was torn in two, from top to bottom, and the earth shook, and the rocks were split. The tombs were also open, and many of the bodies of the saints who had fallen asleep were raised. And coming out of the tombs after his resurrection, they went into the holy city and appeared to many. When the centurion, who were also with him, keeping watch over Jesus, saw the earthquake and what everything took place, they were filled with awe and said, "Truly, this is the Son of God." There were also many women there, looking from a distance, who had followed Jesus from Galilee, ministering to him. Among them were Mary Magdalene, and the mother of James and Joseph, and the mother of Zebedee. When evening came, there came a rich man from Arimathea, named Joseph, who was also a disciple of Jesus. He went to Pilate and asked for the body of Jesus. Then Pilate ordered to be given to him. And Joseph took the body and wrapped it in a clean linen shroud and laid it on his own new tomb, which he had cut into the rock. He had rolled a great stone to the entrance of the tomb and went away. Mary Magdalene and Mary were there sitting opposite of the tomb.
Thank you for logging on to the Sunday service stream for New Life Community Church. We hope that you enjoyed the sermon and that it helped you understand the God we serve, how to interact lovingly with the people around you, and maybe gave you a better understanding of yourself. If you want to know more about New Life, visit newlifescottsdale.org. You will find more information about our church, activities, events, and past sermons. You can also donate to the Ministry of New Life by clicking on the upper right-hand corner donation button. Once again, we thank you for your support. Remember to click the like and subscribe button. May God bless you, your family, and your week.